that's a lie. A lot of people are drowning out here, whether they show it or not. Big love. Nice to see you. So yeah, this is the track. Drowning, it's a prayer. Connect. When you feel like you're most low, reach out and just know there's care out there. She woke up drowning, every day it was a different sea, different current, depth and transparency. As soon as she thought she could swim, those tsunami waves crashed in, overwhelming. Society needed her to care for others while she gasped for air, smothered. People around her seemed to walk on water. She put her hand out, but they were all scared to fall in next to her. Drowning in plain sight sparked an uncontrollable anger. Whoever was closest would be burnt by the fire. Hurting others was worse than hurting herself. No control, she lashed out into the pits of hell. She kept putting her hand out and some would give it a squeeze. Those touches of care were like a cushion to this grief. Each word of care softened her slightly, but inside she still felt eruptive and angry. Anger seemed the only way she felt one would see her. Scared if she wasn't a volcano, the world would slip by her. And the loudness was an external mirror to the storms crashing in her. Crash, 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 thrown from wall to wall. On her hands and knees she crawled, one step at a time. Terrified most of the time, she walked on a fine line. By the riverside, she wasn't the only one drowning in the sea. Most that seemed to walk on water were desperately tired, like anchor, like her. They couldn't hold me, they were drowning too. How to help someone swim when you don't have a clue? She wiped her watery eyes again as she saw inside the pain of all women and men. She saw the parts of them drowning inside, how from young it was a part they'd learned to hide. So when she arrived, they couldn't get too close, cause she reminded them of what they feared the most. The pain, the discomfort, they run from every day. She didn't pretend she could swim and that everything was okay. And while she accepted the parts of her drowning, she lifted others up while still gasping and spluttering. Some saw a mess, a strange unknown species. Others saw her strength and fell to their knees. Crash, 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 thrown from wall to wall. On her hands and knees she crawled, one step at a time. Terrified most of the time, she walked on a fine line.